Sankhya Yoga Pritak Phala Pravadanti Na Pandita. Only childish mind, phala, say, Sankhya, in bracket, right, karma sannyasa. Sankhya and yoga are pritak. They are separate and different. Only childish mind will say that. Na pandita, not men of wisdom. Why? Ekam api astita samyaka. Anyone who is well established in any of this path, Ubhayoho phalam vindati. The result of both is accomplished. Meaning that antakarana shuddhi is the goal. Through karma sannyasa, through karma yoga. Karma sannyasa, when through karma yoga you accomplish that. Then the next stage, when your personality is ready to devote itself to contemplation for longer and longer periods of time. For that the preparation is required, as I said, otherwise you will not meditate, you will be only sitting and sleeping. And fooling yourself as it were you are meditating. So without antakarana shuddhi, merely sitting quietly in a place as it is equivalent to sleep. To awaken to this consciousness where, in the midst of all the activity, there is perfect silence and equanimity with you. Activity doesn't create disturbance. And you are not dragged out by the world. We are constantly attracted by the world because of our endless raga-dvesha. This is not alright, that's not alright. No. Constantly we keep complaining. And the world is changing, so it will not be according to your likes and dislikes. Most of the time, it will not be according to your likes and dislikes because the world is changing. You cannot stop the world from changing. So that's why that line I quoted. Remember, memorize it. Agade swagadam kuryat gachandam na nivaraye. What comes? Agade, swagadam kuryat, welcome. And gachandam, that which is going, na nivaraye, don't try to stop. So if you don't have raga-dvesha and you are living in the world cannot touch you. Again later in the 12th chapter, they are describing an ideal bhakta. Bhagavan says, Santushto yena kenachi. Happy with anything and everything. He has no complaints about the world because he has got the firm conviction that there is a divinity that shapes our lives. So the moment you start complaining about this is not alright, that's not alright, you are criticizing the Lord himself. He doesn't know to run the world anymore. God has become very old. He is not able to pay attention to details. He has become forgetful. Alzheimer's. He has got the total sense of surrender to the divinity. Who sarvajya sarvantaryami sarva bhootatma. What will you complain about? Who knows the universe inside out? Who is anoraniya mahato mahiya? Smaller than an atom, larger than the whole universe. Who is nitya sarvagata sthana? All-pervading, immovable. Siddhi sarvasya tishtidam. Ever residing in the heart of all beings. So if the world is not according to my raga-dvesha, I start complaining. So the path, the knowledge that he is speaking about is after performing karma yoga, after developing the sattva guna, or predominantly sattvic, the personality becomes capable of longer and longer periods of thinking and contemplation. Even ordinary people, you give them a serious book to read, half an hour they will be snoring. Fiction, thriller, all that is. You burn, put on the light and this in the night, read in the night. A serious book, no. The tamoguna takes over. So it is not easy to engage oneself in intellectual activity over a long period of time. The personality has to be very sharp and alert and translucent in this. Least of tamoguna, less the joguna, maximum sattva. So, Panditāha na pravadanti, Vālāha pravadanti. Ekamapi āptika samyak. One who is well established in Sankhya or Karma Sannyasa or Yoga, meaning Karma Yoga. Ubhayor phalam viddhati. The result of both is, as I said, inner purification at different levels. So from tamas to rajas, Karma Yoga is less. From rajas to sattva, ultimately go beyond tattva. Nirdvandvaha, nityasattvastaha, niryogakshema, atmavan, centered in the self. So chitta shuddhi, that is, from rajas to sattva, and to go beyond even sattva. That is nitrai punyo bhavarjuna. To become Triguna-atita. So one established in Karma Yoga, one established in Karma Sannyasa. The result is the same, the inner purification. I would say inner purification of different caliber. A rajasic person becoming sattvic. A tamasic person cannot immediately jump to the personality has to be pure enough. There should be self-discipline, not dictated by the world. Most of us, discipline is the world has to threaten us. Then only we will do certain things. That is, the rajas is there, but tamas is being ignored. Tamas has to go first. So become active. Serve the society. Perform your duties to the best of your ability. Forget about the result. The result will come automatically. Slowly, as the person becomes more sattvic, he is able to devote himself to serious contemplation. And through that contemplation, reach the highest goal. So, yat sankhai prapyate sthanam tad yogairavi gamyate. Next would be that. Yat sankhai yat sthanam sankhai prapyate tad sthanam yogairavi gamyate. So, what the sankhya, that is karma sannyasa, those who are done, that state, status we will say, attained, accomplished by the karma sannyasa. Tad yogaira vigamyate. The yogis, karma yogis will also go. Meaning the karma yogis are the earlier part of the journey. The sankhya or karma, those who do karma sannyasa, are in the last phase of the journey. So through karma yoga, as I said, a rajasic person is made sattvic. If you are totally inactive, lazy, indolent, that is tamas. Give this man ambition, desires, goals in life, go and get this, become that. He will be active. He will not be a burden on himself like a vegetative existence. That vegetative state of mind will be removed Give him more and more action. Don't let him even sit down. It will improve his personality because he said he will become ambitious, wanting to do something, to achieve something, to accomplish something. And the person has become extremely active that way. Then let him perform the same karma in the spirit of karma yoga, so that instead of rajas, the sattva will increase. See, through kamya karma, you cannot become sattvic because it will only multiply these desires. Nishkama karma is required to transform the mind from rajas to sattva. The personality becomes more serene, less restless. In this first 3 chapters or 4 or 5 chapters of the Gita, they are very important. Because that is the whole secret of Karma Yoga is there. And it is the Gita's special contribution to Vedanta, the teaching of Karma Yoga. It was there earlier, that Krishna said in the whole chapter. The Raja Rishis knew it. But Kalena Mahada Yogo Nashta Paranta. But now he is reviving it by teaching it to Arjuna, who has the possibility to become a Raja. He has to engage in his life duties and commitments, but with a different attitude. Not getting caught up in pursuit of karma, yet performing the karma to the best of your ability, out of your devotion to the Lord, devotion to a greater ideal. So, when the personality has become, I said, totally sattvic, then such a personality can take up to full time contemplation. So, yat sankhe, yat sthanam sankhe prapyate, tat sthanam yogai adhigamyate. The yogis will also reach there but later. The Sankhyas are those who are closer to the ideal, while the Karma Yogis are those who have just taken it with the earlier part of the journey. So it will take more time for them to bring about this inner transformation and reach the goal. But take it as 2 different stages of the same path. Not 2 different paths, Sankhya and Karma Yoga. The same path, but the Karma Yoga is the earlier part of the journey, Karma Sannyasa or Sankhya is the latter part of the journey. When you become more sattvic, it is easier to meditate. Just like even the daytime, easier to meditate in the morning than in the afternoon and late night. Because then rajas and tamas take over. Early morning best before 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, okay, get up. You will feel more, of course. Nowadays people are wake up the whole night after the internet. Civilization becomes so dependent upon this. The lifestyle has changed. As somebody was telling me, divorces are increasing. Because both the partners are absorbed in the relationship. The mind's activity, the mind that keeps active. What is it that you are seeking? In and through all this, most human beings are seeking only freedom from anxiety, tension, insecurity, greater serenity. The serenity doesn't come because all the time mind is stimulated. Such a stimulated mind cannot engage itself in meditation. It will constantly wander away and dream of meditation. It never happens. So learn to be quiet in the midst of activity. You don't have to be restlessly active. Perform the action with Ishvara Padabuddhi. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya nirashi nirmamo bhutva Vigadat Jvaraha is without Jvara, no feverish exercise. Fight out. So tamas to rajas, rajas to sattva, beyond sattva is trail. You have to become nitya sattvastha. So that one verse in the Gita, second chapter, is very important. So people ask this question, why do Vedas inculcate kamya karma, telling us to do this varga, that varga? He says it is not meant for you. It's meant for people who are totally lazy and tamasic. They have to be given a push. So they say kamya karma, do this, do that, you can get that. Even if you want to sleep the whole day, you can sleep in a better bed. You will earn a little more money. AC can be fixed. And you will go back to sleep. So sattva guna, the equilibrium of the personality in the field of action. Tamatvam yoga uchyate. Yoga karma sukhaushalam. The dexterity in action. You do all actions well because it is dedicated and offering to the divine. It is not for selfish purposes. All of us act in the world, or most of us, let us say, only with ulterior motives. What will I get? How much mileage does it give? Kitna dete? So what will I get? What is my commission? So to perform action as an act of devotion is far, far away from this mindset. Where the karma yogi becomes a devotee. Work truly becomes worship. Such a person need not go to the temple, go around 10 times, 100 times, do seva and all that. He need not step inside a temple, but he can be the highest among the devotees. Yat karoshi yadashnadi yat yuhoshi dadati tad gurishva madarpanam. Whatever you do, we say do it as an offering. Think of me before you start doing. And afterwards also think. In between also think. The mind has nothing else to waste itself. The more we have become anxious about karma phala, we are becoming inefficient. What will happen? Will this happen? Will that happen? How will the boss react? All the time I am dreaming about all this. So to be centered in the present, not allowing the mind to daydream. Some people would say that is the best thing in life, the daydream. How can you live without daydreaming and the best part of life is that. The immediate surrounding is all useless. I hate where I am, but where I can be, I hope to be 10 years down the road. You imagine, and what is the reality? Like that woman who was taking the milk to the market. After selling the milk, I will buy this and then I will buy that. Like that we build up. Things don't happen that way. So if you are ready to accept what comes, you take it as a gift from the Lord. Yadricha labha santushta. Happy with it, no complaints. Whatever you give, you know. Whatever the divine gives me, the divine knows what is best for me. I do not know. Bring in that humility. Most of the time we don't know what is good for us. So we may want this, want that, expect this, expect that, and get very depressed and dejected. No, life is very unfair. None of my dreams have been actualized. You don't know what would have happened if those dreams actualized. What are the side effects of the dream? The viparita bhavana we know. And something is obsessing us. Almost an obsession has become. What are the defects? What are the drawbacks? How much of new problems this is going to create? The mind never tells you. You need a discriminating viveka buddhi. To analyze and see the pros and cons and ultimately say not required. But I am independent of this. The greater independence I am demanding, the less I want to be controlled by the world, controlled by the karma. Therefore, I welcome and let go. With the full confidence that there is an orderliness in the universe. Every one of us get what we exactly deserve. Maybe not what you desire, but what you deserve, you will get. The karma, the law of karma is not haphazard. It's precise. It catches up with you even if you are sitting like Parikshit on an island in a lake to escape from Takshaka. Takshaka landed there. The karma phala has to come. The universe has an orderly rule. There is a system, a vyavastha. And if I have total confidence in that, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva Bhootatma ever residing I am there as the Atma in every being. Aham Adischa Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Anta end also. The 10th chapter we will see later. Sanyasastu Mahabhavo Dukkham Aptam Ayogadaha. Karma sannyasa is difficult to attain. Dukkham Aptam. He who is Ayogadaha means who has not integrated his personality through karma yoga. For such a person, it is very difficult to accomplish for jnana, karma sannyasa or sankhya. While yoga yukto muni, that contemplator, meditator, who is attuned through yoga, yoga yukta, through karma yoga, na chirena adhigacchati. So such a person very easily, na chirena means long. Chira means long, na chirena means not long, very quickly. He will be able to achieve the goal because he is ready, he is prepared, he has seasoned, he has warmed up. He is peaking as it. Through karma yoga, he has prepared his personality. It has become more sattvic, less energetic and tamasic. The mind is alert all the time that there is that total sense of surrender to the divine will. Yoga yukta. The karma yoga, I think I had mentioned it last time. You cannot perform karma yoga without working. You cannot dedicate your action to somebody or to some institution or to the divine without devotion. You have to be devoted to that idea, to that goal, to that project, whatever, which is inspiring you. So a karma yogi is a person who is constantly inspired. When there is no inspiration, karma will be done like a drudgery. When there is love, work is no labor. So there is a term, labor of love, the phrase in English. When love is there is no laboriousness. So when devotion to the Lord is there, no karma is laborious. You are ready to perform all actions to the best of your ability because it is an offering to the beloved. So when I love someone and I want to give that person a present, I try to give the best that I can. Otherwise, if you are just saying, it's a namkeva or something. Somebody buys it and you sign. You don't know what is given. It's a yearly ritual. And the people also get it also know, they also will put it somewhere. And suddenly discover after 10 years, here is the birthday present. And true love is there. You are careful, you spend time to choose the right gift. That touch is there. Out of the way you may go to get it. But the person who receives it also feels great. That you have spent some time choosing the gift. That means that you are valued to you, to him that you are valued. So similarly, a karma when I perform, not just because somehow I do this, in some way finish it off. A true craftsman who takes pride in his craft never does things like that. It's a part of himself that he sees into his product, whatever craft that he is doing. And it's a great joy to do it with this enthusiasm. So a karma yogi, through the karma perform, which is his swadharma, better you will be, more loving, more giving, less demanding. What did I get? Or what will I get? And that mentality is there. It's pure exploitation and selfishness. So karma sannyasa is difficult. So dukkham aptu, so dukkhena, difficult to be accomplished. Ayogada was not done karma yoga. Yoga yukta, that word. I mean, the only English equivalent could be only integrated. Yoga yukta muni. Muni, meditator, who was prepared himself through karma yoga. The personality is focused and integrated. It is not scattered, bahushaga anandascha, buddhayo avyavasayina, the second chapter. Not scattered mind. It's focused and every action is done with the same care and intensity. So when action is done with that intensity and care, that is where, so when you repeat this word, work is worship, etc. Go into the depth of the meaning, not just a platitude. It is not anything to do with, it is the greatest religious action that you can do. If every karma I can convert it into an expression of a devotion. Everything is done with devotion, with love, without any expectation. Therefore, achirena adhigacchati, is able to attain the goal quickly. So, yoga yukto vishuddhatma, vijidatma nidendriya. So, he has integrated his personality through karma yoga. Vishuddhatma has become sattvic, his temperament. Vijidatma nidendriya. A person with total control over himself, Vijidatma. Jidendriya was overcome the Indriyas, meaning not at their beck and call. He is in control of himself, not carried away by the Indriyas and their perpetual demands for satisfaction. Sarva Bhootatma Bhootatma. Sarvesham Bhutanam Atma Bhutaha. It's the Atma. You self has become one with the self of all beings. Kurvan napi na lipyate. Untainted is na lipyate. Though is ever active. So this is what Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to say. Apply oil and cut the jackfruit. Attain this knowledge and function in the world. It is like applying oil to the hand before you cut the jackfruit. The milk of the jackfruit will not stick to your finger. So similarly, Sarva Bhootatma Bhootatma Kurvannapi na lipyate. He remains totally pure, taintless, na lipyate, because he has come to identify self in him is a self in all. That I am not this body or this mind or this intellect, which are all different from person to person. But I am that Atma, which is Sarva Bhootatma Bhootatma, which is the same in every being. He has become one with that universal self. So all action he performs in the world is for Loka Kalyana, for the welfare of the world, not for his own sake. He doesn't want anything for himself, because he has become Sarva Bhootatma Bhootatma. That wonderful state of total oneness with the whole universe. There is no sense of separateness. There is no element of fear. Dvitiya bhayam bhavati. There is no dvitiya. You become one with that supreme. At every moment such a person is living in that unitary consciousness. The universe is not separate. He is not afraid of it. And that love is rooted. So here's the devotion that is rooted in knowledge. The 7th chapter later we'll see that. And Bhagavan describes the 4 types of bhakta. Artho artharti jnyasu jnani haridasji. Tesham jnani nityayuktaha ekabhaktir vishesha. He is, because of the single pointed devotion, he is indeed superior to all others. Sahiyuktatma mameva anuttamam gadimasthita. He alone is established my highest state. Bhagavan will praise the Jnani Bhakta. Sarva Bhootatma Bhootatma Kurvannapi na lipyate.